whole point is try to make the core features that will solve that problem.
Yes, something simple that
something
can be
very simple to solve some problem. Try to achieve it in 3 months and try to release it, and then see will you need to add new features, will you need to add more stuff and add other things.
Hello everyone, welcome to the new episode of Sunray Saloon podcast. Today I will be talking to Riyad and Karim. Riyad you have already met, and Karim is a new face. He is the developer that joined Saloon and Sunray later. So I hope you will enjoy our conversation, and thank you for listening. Hello Karim, hello Riyad. Thank you for agreeing to talk to me and get the story of Saloon live and for everyone to know what was happening. So first of all, new with us is Karim. You haven't met him yet?
Actually, we had one podcast already, also with Riyad, but Maida was the host, so...
Yeah, Maida was the host, and it's a separate group podcast. This is your first episode on Saloon.
That's true.
So my first question will be pointed at you. First of all, before you became a part of the company Sunray, Sandy and Rehan called you and they asked you to do design for a Saloon application, but you couldn't come to agreement. There were some issues, I'm not sure. So I was wondering if you could tell me about your experience of being in the process of communicating with them, and how was that whole thing for you regarding Saloon and everything?
Yeah, well, as you said, actually, Sandy and Rehan didn't call me. It was the recommendation from the Ahmed to them. They just had the idea of the Saloon and what's the core part of the application and what it needs to do in the hospital objects and stuff. Hospital objects, in the restaurants, cafes, and other places. And they needed somebody who will draw everything, make the UI screen, wireframes and stuff. And Ahmed told them, I know one guy. I know some guy. I have a guy. Maybe you can meet with him and come to some agreement or idea. We actually met. Maybe, I don't know, 1 or 2 screens were done, but we didn't came to the same page about other stuffs, and it was just that was the last thing we did. After that, they found a new designer, and the Saloon went how it went. Really good UI. I like it really, and have nothing to complain about.
Yeah.
So actually, the part that I was rejected was good, because I don't know if we continue to work, then maybe I wouldn't work in the company later, because maybe I would be only the contractor for some jobs or something. But after I'm not sure, about a year from that moment, I got job at the Sunray as full stack developer and UI UX designer. So it went pretty good for me. Yeah,
but did Sandy and Rehan called you again and hired you? That was your job. Or?
Yeah, that was funny part. Also, Ahmed was involved there. I was the last year of the faculty, and I started to search for the jobs or internships or anything. And the company needed new developer, and he came to me. Yeah, I think they will look for another guy in the company. Maybe I can recommend you again. But it was the problem. He didn't knew why we didn't work together on the My Saloon, and it was kind of problem to say, hey, I know the guy, but that guy was 1 year ago here.
Yeah, and you rejected him.
But he just went for it and said, I knew the guy. I don't know what were the reasons for not doing the collaboration. They said, no, he was good. He was a good guy. Just call him and we'll see other things. I got the interview. We talked, and I think the same day they told me, we want you. And let's start working together.
The rest is the history. And now
it
you
turned out very good. So.
Yeah, you mean UX UI designer now at Sunray, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lesson. So Riyad, we spoke last time how Avdo and Ahmed at the beginning, you were basically with the design process, you were just going in blind. You didn't have any designs. It was messy. How was it for you when you finally got some kind of Figma file and design to work according to that? Was it easier? Was it,
I mean we had designs for salon, maybe only for waiter. We didn't have the designs. We were working on ourselves. But I don't know, when Karim came, it was a lot easier, of course. And he was helping us with all kinds of designs, not only designing the whole salon page or app or anything, but I don't know, just smaller things that we needed to done. And the designer can help you with those. I think I got a lot of help from him for those. I don't know, for some images, I needed some images to be changed from one format to the other, and I had him, and he would be easily doing that. I would need some more time, so I mean, yeah, that was really helpful.
Yeah. Karim, how do you think your rejection as an external contributor may have influenced your design on this project and overall your work in designing?
Yeah, it's,
basically anything.
It's kind of a tough question because I cannot remember much, but I'm sure it affected me in another way. I learned how to talk with the clients and stuff, because I cannot say I was new, but I had a different approach then, and I would say I have different approach now when I talk, let's say, business. So I learned from that side, but from the UI side, I mean, you learn every day. So the rejection was motivation to do more UI design for mobile, for mobile UI, because pretty much before that I had experience in web applications and graphic design, but mobile UI I didn't had. I think that would be that was supposed to be my first UI mobile project. After that, I have done few more ones, but yeah, it definitely affected the way I learned. I have put a lot of more effort in mobile UI than the web applications. So yeah. I would say that.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. That's cool. So Saloon was the start of your mobile UX UI.
No, actually, it's not, but it's one of the first.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Okay. So in the last episode, you weren't there, but Riyad, Avdo, Ahmed, and I, we talked about the pre-release event. Were you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were already there. Yeah, you were there. Backend?
Yeah, we had a joke. Ahmed was front end and I was back end on the release. Like he was doing the presentation and talking about this. And I was behind the roll-up banners, having the camera stuff, switching the cameras.
So you divided front end and back.
Yeah.
That's cool. Cool. So how was it for you coming to a new company and they're working on a startup? How long before the pre-release event did you come to the company?
I think 2 months ago.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't too much.
Yeah.
Like I just did the website new for the salon.
Yeah, that was the important one. Yeah.
Some rebranding, some posts for Instagram, and had some more development, I think, but cannot remember really. It's like 1 year ago. Yeah, actually, in a month, I think I will have 1 year in the company. So
that's big.
It's hot one.
Yeah. But how did the team look to you, Ahmed and Avdo and Riyad?
Yeah, at that time there was Avdo and Ahmed. I knew them before, like really long ago before that, so it wasn't a problem. The first guy I have sat next to was Riyad. So
and that's a privilege.
Yeah, actually it is, because I said I really mean that when a new guy comes to the company, he must sit next to the because that's the best place to sit when you are a new company.
Yes.
Like you are new, you don't know when to go to coffee, how to go to the coffee. When people are going to the coffee, you don't know something about code. You just turn in one turn and he goes over to you. Still today, I call him and start explaining him where is the problem, and okay, I know because when I'm explaining, I found where the problem is.
I'm standing next to Riyad, and I can vouch for that.
But this works only with Riyad. When I explain someone else, it doesn't work.
It's a better.
There's some energy and vibes coming from Riyad. Yeah, that's cute. Probably. You're cute. So you came to the company, it was the pre-release event, you found a lot of bugs, but overall it was a good feedback.
Not just us, but
No.
What?
Not just us that find a lot of bugs, but
Okay. So I'm assuming the pressure was high after the pre-release event, because the release event is supposed to come very soon, and you have all these problems. And
I think Kerim helped us a lot when he came, and that new site designs were much better than the old ones, and that was important for presentation and for everything. And also he was, I think, making everything about that presentation that we were presenting in front of all those people on release. And the pressure was big because we wanted to make it right, and it was just 20 days before the release, and we were all included in a lot of tasks. Also Fahru and Ermin were here, and they were helping us, and a lot of us were working some tasks that doesn't include programming at all. So preparing the QR codes and
cutting
the scissors. When I saw Sunny doing it, it was
Sunny, the CEO of everything.
Yeah, but that day we were like in factory. Like I was cutting the
QR
edges. Ahmed was taking them from them, giving to Sandy. Sandy was sticking. We were like three guys just doing the job and giving one to each other what he needs to do next. So it was really funny.
They were like the ants.
Actually, just like ants.
No, but that's awesome because you were coordinated right then.
Yeah, and actually that day everyone bring the white shirt and put it in the office. The office looked like the boutique for shirts. When you enter, all new shirts are lined up one behind the other. So that was funny.
Yeah, that's nice. But okay, how was that experience for you? I mean, you are programmers. I mean, you were the tech guys, and now you are doing cutting the edges of the QR codes. How was that experience for you? Do you feel like it was a good thing, or do you regret being in that?
No, it was a good thing. You also, besides that, talking with people, and after the release, after we presented everything, we needed to talk with other people, and they were giving us feedback, and all of that is important, of course. You are building relationships with people, and a lot of these vendors, restaurants, the cafe, they came to presentation, and they were giving their feedback for that. So that was really important to see what they want from our app, because they are going to use it.
Yeah, but let's go back maybe before the release day. Were there any processes or ways of identifying and addressing any bugs? And
I think that day when the release needed to be, we didn't do any testing. The testing.
But prior, maybe a week or two.
Yeah, maybe a week or two earlier, I was doing the testing alone, because at that time Ahmed and Davda were busy with something else, and I was doing the whole testing of the whole app. It took me, I think, 2 or 3 days to test everything, because there are a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, you miss something. That's why we had some bugs, but not too many.
Yeah. So, But after you discovered them, were you two of you? Who was working on?
I was working on fixing them. Yeah. I find some minor bugs, and I think Fahro helped me. Me and Fahro were fixing some of them. So yeah, that's it.
Were there any like major bugs that made you go, "Oh, this is not good"?
No, we
No.
we wouldn't. We would postpone the release if something big came because we wouldn't show the people something that's not working. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
It was question, should we postpone it, and we were waiting for the test results, and then we said we can go with the release on that date, and it was okay.
yeah. So we are on the release day. You already.
Let's go one step back.
Yeah, you can show.
I don't know, like 7 days before the release, I was still new in the company, and there was one, let's say, a heat moment when when I cannot remember what, but I know that something was needed to be changed.
Feature.
Yeah, some feature was supposed to be changed, and Rehan told Ahmed, Avdo, and Riyad about that change, and they were like, okay, but we have 7 days release. I think we shouldn't do that. We can't do that right now.
Yeah.
And Rehan just, when you said we can't, he clicked emergency meeting.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't.
What do you mean you can?
Yeah, it wasn't about the that it could be done or it couldn't from technical side. It was because of our mindset. So
Yeah.
he told us like, I don't want to hear we can't. We can do everything. I don't want that mindset. I want you to do things.
Yeah.
Not to think you cannot. You can do anything you want.
Yeah.
And stuff. It was really heat moment. Like even Sandy was like, "Come on, calm down."
Yeah. Rehan was
And I was really new, and I like those things. Like when it is the heat, when things are doing, when everything is going on some road, and everyone is going that road, and those moments could be very motivating. So this was one of them.
So you could say then that the motivation was a bit low, maybe those few weeks.
Yeah, because you are like
Yeah.
burning out your energy.
Yeah.
And when release came, we like before the release energy was going like this, and the day of the release energy was going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's funny thing also.
Yeah, but I like that moment. I mean, I like that you talked about that, because I feel like that's an important part of this startup, but also our company. Like that is the core of it. Yeah. That
Actually, it is.
Yeah, that energy and that motivation. I mean, Riyad, what was your feeling? What were your feelings about this after the meeting? Did you feel?
I don't know. I don't know. He didn't scare me, of course.
Yeah.
Rehan was right. We should always say we can do it, and we try to do it, even though if we can't, we can say we can, and we push forward. So yeah, that was a good learning point. I mean, we knew it already, but I don't know, from that moment it's pretty, I would say, carved in.
Yeah. No, that's a specific energy.
Yeah.
So on the release day, how was you said you had a closet basically in the office, and also you were like ants, but were you, I mean, I'm sure you were stressed and anxious, and how were the
and also I think me and Kerim and Fariz, we came here to set everything up, to set the stage for the release and everything. So we were moving the chairs and everything. Yes, everyone wanted the release. So
it's the day of I was new, but I believe that Ahmed and Riyad and Auda was like, this application is like their child. This is their first product after the college, their first job. They're working 1 year on this.
A lot of time.
Time was involved, lot of learning, lot of everything, lot of meetings, and the day has come. We are publishing it, so I think that was very, very, very motivating for them to do everything. So that's your application. You don't want to say, I don't want to bring, I don't know, share or cut the QR. That's not important. It's important everything to be successful. You want that, so that's the thing. Yeah,
you did that.
The goal is important.
Yeah.
No, that's big. So during the event, you are presenting the application, the vendors, the people who are actually leading those restaurants and everything are there listening. How did that make you feel? I mean, and also how are their reactions maybe during the
I think a lot of them liked it a lot, and I saw smiles on people's faces, and I think there were a lot of positive feedback, and also there were some negative feedback. They were saying what would they change and what do they want, and of course we listened to all of them, and we wrote down everything what they said, so we can maybe in the next period also implement that what they want. And I think the most important thing, we had 2 waiters that were, I don't know, bringing out the food and the drinks to people. And after we finished with presentation and that, I don't know, we wanted to see what those waiters say about the app, because they are on the front side.
They will be working with it.
They are going to work with it, and I think they liked it a lot, because they said it is a lot faster. I mean, the process of bringing drinks and everything. I think we finished in 10 minutes everything. All of people, I think there was 60 people here, and they were all served in 10 minutes. So it's a great thing.
Yeah.
2 waiters, whole 60 people in.
They were covered.
5 or 10 minutes.
Between 5 and 10 for sure.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So okay.
I think it's the most because of our good bartender.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he was receiving the orders on the tablet. He was getting the drinks to the waiters, and waiters will get
so
it.
during the release, you were serving people by using the Saloon app.
Yeah.
Well, I like that. That's
I think after was the second
bartender.
No, that's a real demo of the application.
The point of that was to present them how it works and how fast how faster it can be if you use Saloon. So I think it pretty much went good. Even the one waiter said, can we lose the jobs because of this? because it will be efficient. You can reduce, I don't know, 1 or 2 people, let's say.
Yeah.
So even that question was asked.
How did you answer? Oh, and that's a tricky one. We want to sell you our app, but you will lose your job.
I don't agree that you can lose the job, but it can reduce the
cluster.
Yeah.
The time he needs to go from the bar to people. So.
You mentioned there were some requirements from the vendors and restaurant owners. Are there any specific that maybe were surprise to you, or some that looked significant? Like you told him, why haven't we thought about it before?
I think the most common one that most of them were asking and was the payment. Did we implement the payment through our system? And we didn't do that by that time, and it was planned to in the next period to of course incorporate the paying part. But at that moment we didn't have the paying inside of our app. So the most of them were questions about that.
So how you said there were positive critics and negative. Let's maybe talk about those negative. Were there any specific ones, and how did that negative affect you? I mean, in what way?
Yeah, it was one negative from Mostar when Fire is called to sell the application.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny one, but it's hard to translate to English. It's really hard. It's really hard to translate this in English and to have the same joking.
I think the most negative thing is they are saying that the customers, the people that are coming to restaurants or cafes, they don't want to download the app to start ordering or something.
Yeah.
It's called something like people are bored to do that. They don't want to install the apps. How is this going to be efficient if people are not downloading the app? But I mean,
it's a valid question.
Yeah. but that's on people. I mean, not everyone hates to download. Yeah, but
that part was actually important for the company as well, I think, in my opinion, because we learned then that we must learn how not to overdo and overthink things. Like, let's say, if you want to launch a new startup, you will think only about the core features. You don't want to overdo things. And maybe Salon was overdone. But the good thing about that is that after Riyad and Ahmed learned to do a job on that project, and they in 1 year they have done, I could say, more than people do in, I don't know, 2 years. Learned
the experience.
Yeah. So because they set up everything from the scratch, they had Sandy and Rehan as seniors, to review their codes, learn them how to do stuff for tips, tricks, and everything. As I think they had the most
tutors, amazing tutors, right?
As well, but
Also.
more the best version of the starting career they had. So you get a brand new project, do it from scratch, and you had amazing seniors to review your code and
To guide you.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That's a big deal. Yeah.
It is actually.
Yeah. But you do feel that the Saloon was overdone. Can you maybe elaborate more on that? Because that's an interesting perspective.
Yeah, now we have the focus on the web menu, because people don't want to download the application, scan, order, and maybe never use it again. So people want everything to be fast. So when I enter the cafe, I want to take my phone, open my camera, scan the QR, and order. I don't want to log in. I don't want anything. So now the focus is on web menu, and now we also did the redesign of UI on web menu, put focus on mobile UI, and we'll see how things will go. But I think now we are on a good path, and that we have the really good UI.
But you are right now, right? Yeah. You said before the podcast that he was modest. What were you thinking? Like, I didn't see that.
We have a good UI done by me.
No, I did not say this was done by me. I just said it was good.
Well, everyone knows it was done by you, but okay.
You guys know, people don't. So don't put that on
Well,
me.
that doesn't change the fact that you think that you're good. I mean, that's not bad, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
You confused him now. You confused him now.
Yeah.
Hope the highest order.
So, but without the original overdone Saloon, you wouldn't be where you are now. So I guess
that's
still,
true.
still, it's
That's completely true. So.
yeah, and also it's a good mindset and new views, perspectives for the new startup, maybe, or I'm sure. So, are there any specific maybe situations that were related to that release date that you think are maybe important for everyone to hear or know, or do you remember anything?
Yeah, I think he wants to speak something about it. I saw him joking, smiling.
That's cool. That moment because
It's funny with Ahmed.
Yeah, because we needed to do rehearsal before the release. I don't know, 3 or 4 hours before the release, and Ahmed should be the one the narrator. He should be
To present the Saloon,
the Saloon. He should be speaking on the stage about the Saloon, and he wanted to do the rehearsal of that, and he just couldn't speak. He was making a lot of mistakes. It wasn't good, and we were scared. And then he needed to go home to take a shower and to prepare for the release and everything. And when he came back on the real stage, and when people came, he started talking like crazy. I don't understand that. He was perfect. He didn't make one mistake in whole speech. So I don't know what happened to him.
What kind of shower he took?
What did he do at home? I don't know, but he was great.
Yeah, actually, I saw. I was like, I don't know, month or two in the company, and I never saw Rehan worried about something.
Yeah.
And when Ahmed was doing the demo, Reyhan was okay. So I don't know how is this going to
We
be.
can't do this.
Oh man, okay. Yeah, his face was really worried. So Ahmed went took a shower or whatever.
Whatever he did.
He did. Yeah. And when he came back,
those assumptions aside.
no, I was just having problems. because I had some more.
Allergies.
Yeah,
There are
allergies.
flowers there.
Yeah, it's spring. Don't mind. And when he came, he was like amazing. Just talking, not there is no he was perfect. So
Well, he was probably anxious
Yeah.
at the beginning, and then he was like, "Wow, I was awful. I cannot do that." So he was like,
or it was something else.
"Moving on."
Okay.
Kerry, time out.
Yeah, I told you. I have a lot of allergies, man.
Yeah. Well, after the release and everyone went home, did you feel like some kind of relief, like everything's done now, or
Yeah, the relief was enormous. I mean,
yeah?
we were stressed out for, I don't know, 2 weeks before the release and all the time to the release. And after the release, we all felt really much better because we don't have this pressure over us. So, yeah. And I think we went to a coffee to our nearest restaurant after the release and talked about everything. And yeah, that was good. Also, some friends from Ter's house came with us, and they also give us some feedback after everything about it. So I think Nihad said something about logging, and that was a good point. So
What did he say?
yeah, that we have a way to enter the app without logging in. And that was a later requirement from a lot of people, because not everyone wants to log in to all apps.
Yeah, I'm the first.
time, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like that.
that-
Yeah,
that's a
if
good
I have to
point.
log in, like, oh no, that's a skip.
Sandy actually had a good quote when everything was finished, when we were going to take a drink and stuff. Sandy had a quote like, "Even if we fail, we have succeeded." So
Yeah.
that was a good one.
Yeah, Sandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
Hi,
like
Sandy.
Sandy. Yeah. So that you went for coffee, and how did you feel the atmosphere was with your teammates? Were you down? Were you?
No, we were pretty good. I think we were happy that this finished, and it went very good. A lot of people came that they were invited, and it went well all in all. We had some bugs, of course. We should have discovered that earlier, but that's it, how it is. So
Yeah. There were no major bugs.
yeah, there was one with the login that was the problem on Android, but
What happened?
the people couldn't. I think on Android log in with Google, something like that.
Yeah.
That was maybe the biggest bug.
How
Yeah,
did you handle
potentially.
that? I mean, like you were.
Yeah, we fixed it right away.
No, I mean during the release, like someone's trying to log in.
Yeah, I think Avda was helping people if they had some problems. He was coming to them and doing all necessary work to help them to log in on some other way if they can't with Google. So yeah.
We had one break, like maybe 2 weeks or something. We couldn't deploy any new code because of the Apple. The thing was, our application went on the App Store, everything was good. But when we wanted to make new changes, the Apple told us, no, you must have continue without login. And you cannot deploy any new code without fixing this part. And we needed like a week or two to fix that part and then continue fixing new things.
Yeah, exactly what
2 weeks a lot.
exactly what Nihat said on
Yeah.
And, it was
related
actually,
to do it.
it was actually just when we released the app, so that was kind of problem and tricky, but we survived it. So yeah,
Yeah, you still managed.
yeah,
Good.
we are still here.
We're alive.
Yeah. Nobody was fired
Okay.
or injured.
But maybe emotionally.
I don't know that.
No. There. It can be.
Yeah, it can be.
You need to ask everyone.
Or salary, 20%. Yeah.
Kerim and his jokes. Anyway, so after the coffee and everything, you came back to work. Did you immediately start working again on Saloon or
Yes.
no? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I started immediately that week after the release and started fixing these important bugs that we found, that people found.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was a little pause, and then we started. Then we discovered that we need a QA because that could have been avoided if we had a QA in our team because we were testing the app and we are developers, so we cannot catch everything. And then I think QA joined us pretty soon after that, and we started again on working on those features that those vendors suggested that we should have in the app, and yeah.
So looking back now at that whole release event and everything, do you feel like you, I don't know, maybe personally, either one of you could have done something differently to make it be bigger and better? Or maybe overall as a team, do you feel like you could have done something in a better way? I mean, everything ended up being fine. That's true. But what do you feel like you could have done differently?
We could probably do better job at, I don't know, maybe sales. Maybe we could do less features, and but actually all those things learned us something. So.
But yeah.
So, but yeah. So,
Yeah.
So I don't know. Can you say you regret them? But they were really good lessons. So. Yeah.
What were those lessons? I mean, for someone who's looking and watching this podcast, you said you should have paid more attention to sales, less features. Maybe just a hint to someone, maybe to try and avoid those mistakes because we can learn on each other's mistakes.
The whole point is try to make the core features that will solve that problem.
Something simple that
something
can be
very simple to solve some problem. Try to achieve it in 3 months and try to release it, and then see will you need to add new features, will you need to add more stuff and add other things.
Yeah, and if you have that selling point and you have some people that bought something from you, that simple app, then you hear them what they want more from you, and then you start working on additional stuff on the app. That is maybe the better course, but we learned that.
No, you. Also, Alda and Ahmed, they also said that it was a great experience for them.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we learned all of that by doing this in Salon in this way that we did, and it was a good way.
Because we are like let's say more into tech things. Some things that are logical to us doesn't mean that they are good for the application. So if we think some feature will be useful and good, that doesn't mean that people will use that feature.
So
you need to do a lot of research and investigation about the marketplace and stuff. So that's really, really important to do before starting anything.
Yeah. That's some really good insight. I mean, I'm sure that the whole process of creating Saloon made you great developers and overall, in all characteristics. I mean, the whole process. But
whole project process. Yeah. We were involved in everything, in planning, testing, releasing, trying to do sales, market, everything. So
you would say it was worth it.
Yeah, of course.
There was also, I must mention, one period of the time where we were telling the joke that Riyad was leading himself on Saloon because he was alone at, I don't know how that was lasting, but let's say example
a month,
2 months,
maybe,
2 months, something like that. And he was the most agile one for that. Like he knew the core stuff about mobile application. He knew how to fast fix it. And for example, if I took it, I was new. I will need, let's say, 2-3 hours. He would need like 5 minutes. I know that's there. That's
Saloon was
fixed.
Riyad was Saloon.
Yeah, he has it in his blood now. So.
Yeah, the core.
Yeah, actually.
Well, it's red.
Yeah, when you are doing for that much time, I don't know, a year, you know the code base, and it is easier to find something. Ahmed and Aldo knows this just like me. So, But at that time, they were busy with something else, so I was the only one working on, and as Kerim said, leading myself, planning everything, getting myself tickets, and working on them, doing them.
Moving them from to do incomplete and complete to do.
That is awesome.
He was actually in QAing himself.
Yes.
So he was doing everything. In that 1 month, he was everything. He was mom of the saloon. So
Yeah, so you have a ticketing to do, you finish it, you push it to progress, then
Then you move
QA,
it.
and then when you find your bugs, you move it back to
Yes.
Well, that's a true leadership, leading yourself.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part. Congrats, Riyad. I feel like this is a nice place to close this episode, maybe.
Yep.
And thank you for this positive energy, and thank you for talking to me and basically sharing your experience with the people.
thank you for calling us. It was our pleasure, and we will come also next time if you call us.
Well, I hope so. I had fun. It was fun.
We also had